All right, I gotta bring this chair in out of the rain. I almost forgot. I had brought it in out this morning. I mean, it's not raining. That's the thing. I brought it back out, and then I realized, oh, I left it. So I gotta get it because it's good to keep things dry here. There's a lot of rain, and so there's a lot of moisture, obviously. And I mean, there's a lot of rain and a lot of moisture, even when it's not raining. The air is moist. We actually have like almost every climate in the world on this island, Hawaii Island. But in this area, it's often moist. I mean, it's been pretty good for me mold-wise. Like, I mean, things, but you have to be careful. You have to keep up with it and keep things from getting moldy. But I mean, the way my house is set up, it's not like where mold grows in my house. It's really open air. This is the bottom part that we're remodeling and have sectioned off for room for our daughter. But so, as you can see, the house is pretty open here, and kind of a work in progress. But I love it that way, and we've learned how to buy houses that don't really have the mold, don't get the mold in them. And I don't know, I think the ocean air also helps people to develop a tolerance. I mean, I say that because I and some of the people that I work with have been mold sick and mold sensitive. I mean, I'm getting the dogs on a leash right now. There's Oatmeal and Alfredo, and I had just ended a previous video. I said I won't bore you guys with the dogs, but then I said, what the heck? Let's go get the dogs together and make a video. And so I'm getting them on a leash right now to walk them a little. They typically just hang out around our house, or sometimes we have them in this little section of our house. They're pretty spoiled dogs. I feed them a lot of grass-fed beef. But it keeps them healthy, and it keeps me healthy. And I'm not anti-vegan or anything. I was vegan for a long time. But this diet with lots of healthy animal fats became very helpful to me with cutting out sugar, like a ketogenic diet at times. At times I do allow myself to not be in a ketogenic diet. But ketogenic diet, for those of you who don't know, is a diet where you burn fat, and you can hear the dogs scuffling around here. You burn fat instead of glucose. Your body normally turns everything, as you probably know, your body turns everything into glucose and burns that. But if you eat a majority fat diet, then your body breaks down fat instead of glucose, and that fat is called ketones. So it's a ketogenic diet, and so I do that periodically, and have found it really beneficial because sugar really feeds certain things in the body, and so certain like pathogens in the body, like Lyme disease and mold and fungus and cancer. So going on a diet where you eliminate sugar can be helpful. Consult your health practitioner. And so here we are walking the doggies. You can see their kennel back behind me. Oh, you can see the solar panels up on the house, just barely. But so a brief walk with the doggies while it's a break from this severe weather. We had this severe weather hanging out off the island for a few days. The notification on my phone kept saying severe weather, but it was just drizzling and kind of chilly for days. And then it just came down, and like the driveway was water up to my ankles, and the road was up to where it was flooding the car when we tried to go to school and work. At least my little Prius. Yes, I drive a Prius. I had to learn how to drive like a jerk driving lessons to drive it. No, I already knew how. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding again. I have been unlearning to drive like a jerk. The more I get wiser and older and more mature. Yeah, mostly I just meditate when I drive. I just keep on taking a deep breath. If anything, usually I'm the jerk that's going the speed limit. But it's not very conducive here in Hawaii to being in a hurry. If you're the guy that's trying to be in a hurry, there's a lot of jerks going the speed limit, quote unquote. I say it jokingly. So, but I love it here, the aloha spirit, and I think I've always wanted to live by the ocean. It seems so magical to me, and I think that the ocean air is healthy. And yet now it's just like part of my day-to-day life. I sort of take it for granted a little bit, but I think it's been very healing. So there's oatmeal, and there's Alfredo. Say hi, guys. They don't want to say hi. They're being walked on a leash. And so, as I mentioned, I'm still working on fencing on this property. But yeah, I have my dogs and my goats and my chickens and my cats, and I'm looking forward to having bees. And the bees also are for a therapeutic element. So, bee sting therapy is what it is. Bee sting therapy. There's research about people who take care of bees, people who ingest bee products. And I'm going to get more into that. I'm going to get more into that research. I don't want to start quoting it right now because I'm not an expert on it. But I've looked at it enough to know that I'm impressed by it. And I know a lot of people who have had help with bee sting therapy for their chronic illnesses and things. And so, and in fact, I've had times where I've gotten stung by a bee and I felt relief. Now, I mean, some people it's the opposite. They feel horrible when they get stung by a bee. So you really have to know if you're sensitive. And then there's like certain protocols for how to do it so that you don't develop sensitivity. There's a cat. There's the cat over there. There's the dogs getting excited about the cat. I don't know if you can see the cat. Anyway, I'm Tom Kirkham. I'm on Big Island, Hawaii. And I am going to go and see a client, a psychotherapy client, that is going to be online. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. Because psychotherapy clients are confidential, and I take that very sincerely. And so I hope to see you on the next video, and look forward to your comments below. All right. Aloha.